Hello, students. Welcome back to BioDecode, where biology is decoded into simple, meaningful concepts. This is your trusted audio guide for learning biology the smart and effective way. You're listening to the NCERT Class 11 Biology Audiobook, Chapter 2, Biological Classification, Exercise Solutions, and Key Questions. If you haven't yet listened to the full Chapter 2 audiobook, we recommend starting there first. That episode takes you through every key idea, from the evolution of classification systems to the five-kingdom concept, characteristics of Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia, in the fascinating world of viruses and viroids. In this episode, we'll go step by step through the NCERT Exercise Solutions, followed by a set of additional important questions designed to sharpen your understanding for both school exams and NEET preparation. Each answer is explained clearly and precisely, just the way you need it for quick revision and long-term retention. So, plug in your earphones, focus your mind, and let's begin decoding the fascinating world of classification. This is BioDecode, and you're listening to Chapter 2, Biological Classification, Exercise Solutions, and Key Questions. Question 1. Discuss how classification systems have undergone several changes over a period of time. Answer. The classification of living organisms has evolved continuously as our understanding of biology has deepened. Initially, Aristotle proposed a two-kingdom system that included only plants and animals. Later, with the invention of the microscope and discovery of microorganisms, the need for a broader system arose. In 1866, Ernst Haeckel added a third kingdom, Protista, to include unicellular organisms. Then, R.H. Whitaker, in 1969, proposed the five-kingdom classification, Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. Further research in molecular biology and genetics led to the modern three-domain system by Carl Woese, which divides life into bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. Thus, classification systems have changed from morphological to molecular approaches, reflecting advancements in science and technology. Question 2. State two economically important uses of a heterotrophic bacteria and B. Archaebacteria. Answer. Heterotrophic bacteria. 1. They play a key role in sewage treatment by decomposing organic waste. 2. Certain species, like lactobacillus, are used in the production of curd and cheese through fermentation. B. Archaebacteria. 1. Methanogens are used in biogas production from cow dung and other organic waste. 2. They also play a role in wastewater treatment by breaking down organic matter under anaerobic conditions. Question 3. What is the nature of cell walls in diatoms? Answer. Diatoms have cell walls made of silica, forming two overlapping halves called frustules. These walls are extremely hard and resistant to decay, giving rise to fossilized deposits known as diatomaceous earth. Question 4. Find out, what do the terms algal bloom and red tide signify? Answer. An algal bloom refers to the rapid increase in the population of algae in water bodies, often due to nutrient enrichment. This can reduce oxygen levels and harm aquatic life. Red tides are a special type of algal bloom caused by certain marine dinoflagellates, such as gonulacs, which release toxins and turn the water reddish-brown. Question 5. How are viroids different from viruses? Answer. Viroids are smaller and simpler than viruses. They consist of a short strand of circular RNA without any protein coat, whereas viruses have both nucleic acid DNA or RNA and a protein capsid. Viroids infect only plants, while viruses infect both plants and animals. Question 6. Describe briefly the four major groups of protozoa. Answer. Protozoa are classified into four major groups based on locomotion. 1. Amoeboid protozoa move using pseudopodia, for example, amoeba. 2. Flagellated protozoa move with flagella, for example, panosoma. 3. Ciliated protozoa use cilia for movement, for example, paramecium. 4. Sporozoan, non-motile, parasitic forms, for example, Plasmodium, the malaria parasite. Question 7. Plants are autotrophic. Can you think of some plants that are partially heterotrophic? Answer: yes. Certain plants are partially heterotrophic because they obtain nutrients from other organisms. Examples include pitcher plant Nepenthes, Venus flytrap Dionea, sundew Drosera. These are insectivorous plants that trap and digest insects to fulfill their nitrogen requirement. Question 8. What do the terms Phycobiont and Mycobiont signify? Answer: in lichens, the two partners are Phycobiont, which is the algal component that performs photosynthesis, and Mycobiont, which is the fungal component that provides structure and protection. Together, they live in a symbiotic relationship, mutually benefiting each other. Question 9. Give a comparative account of the classes of kingdom fungi under the following. First, mode of nutrition, and second, mode of reproduction. Answer: first. Mode of nutrition. All fungi are heterotrophic, obtaining food by absorption. They can be saprophytic, parasitic, or symbiotic. Second. Mode of reproduction. Phycomycetes reproduce asexually by zoospores, sexually by zygospores. Ascomycetes reproduce asexually by conidia, sexually by ascospores within asci. Basidiomycetes, asexual spores are rare, sexually reproduce by basidiospores. Deuteromycetes reproduce only asexually by conidia. Their sexual stage is unknown. Question 10. What are the characteristic features of euglenoids? Answer: euglenoids, such as Euglena, are unicellular organisms found in fresh water. They have a protein-rich pellicle instead of a cell wall, providing flexibility. They possess two flagella for movement and contain chloroplasts with chlorophyll for photosynthesis. In the absence of light, they can act as heterotrophs, showing both plant-like and animal-like features. Question 11. Give a brief account of viruses with respect to their structure and nature of genetic material. Also name 4 common viral diseases. Answer: viruses are non-cellular infectious agents composed of nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA, enclosed in a protein coat called capsid. They lack cellular machinery and reproduce only inside a host cell. Examples of viral diseases include influenza, polio, AIDS, and COVID-19. Question 12. Organize a discussion in your class on the topic, are viruses living or non-living? Suggested discussion summary. Viruses exhibit both living and non-living characteristics. They are non-living outside a host, as they cannot reproduce or carry out metabolism. However, once inside a host cell, they become active and replicate, showing living traits. Hence, viruses are considered the borderline of living and non-living entities. Here are 10 more important and thought-provoking questions from biological classification, questions that often appear in exams and truly test your conceptual clarity. Take a few moments to think about them carefully and try answering them in the comments section below. Your participation not only helps reinforce your own learning, but also supports other students preparing alongside you. And if you'd like the next audiobook to cover detailed explanations for these additional questions, let me know in the comments. Your feedback shapes the next lessons in this series. You've just completed listening to Chapter 2, Biological Classification, including NCERT Exercise Solutions and Extra Important Questions, here on BioDecode. I hope this audio helped you grasp how organisms are grouped, how classifications have evolved, and why understanding microbial diversity is essential to biology. These concepts are foundational for upcoming chapters, especially Plant Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. In the next audiobook, we'll continue our journey with Chapter 3, Plant Kingdom, exploring the evolution of plants from algae to angiosperms. So make sure to follow BioDecode and stay tuned for the next part of this NCERT Biology audio series. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll meet you in the next audio lecture. Plant Kingdom, NCERT, Chapter 3. And yes, students, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BioDecode for more NCERT audiobooks, revisions, and NEET preparation guides. See you in the next audio.